fine.
Diddy Kong War.
Forever.
What did they put him down as?
You know what the best part is about Diddy Kong?
Oh wait, are we recording? Okay, we're recording. What's the best part ever about Diddy Kong?
They're not gonna nerf my main. Ever.
Any thoughts on the whole PM Dev disbandment thing? PM dying
Do we really
thing?
want to go over this?
Evolution. 3.6.1. WizTag.
I mean, I think at the end of the day,
Red Ranger.
all the news that has happened since the last Quest for Salt.
David Lee coming out of retirement.
There's just too much. It's so much to take in.
The new layout we have. The little monitor. Like, dude, what?
Anything else?
Your love life.
Come on.
What's
no, as far as the PM thing goes?
Tell them that there's like the value.
Oh, that's for commentary.
Yeah, I know. But it's okay.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
In an interview.
Yeah.
Change.
I'm sad
You're sad.
that they're not going to be developing anymore, especially considering that like everybody was expecting, more patches and a different build and things like that. And the fact that this is how Project M ends up going under is just like, it really sucks because like I've been playing since the very beginning,
From this 1.0 or whatever? Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, dude. Like I remember watching video updates. Like there were video updates like every month or so before the game came out. That like me and like the original Sandy Boys were all watching and just like waiting. So, I mean, for the most part, I'm pretty satisfied with this build, especially with the character I use.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the best in the game.
3.6, yeah, he's definitely near the top. 3.6 is really good. It's really solid.
That Squirtle though, Squirtle's really good too.
Yeah, Squirtle's really good, and no one knows the matchup here, especially.
That's all I depend on is the fact that nobody just knows how to play it. But yeah. So I mean, it sucks that Red Ranger is retiring because I feel like he was a big like inspiration, role model for a lot of rising players. Because like he
came from the bottom, got to the top.
Oh,
that
top
was
10 in SoCal in like less than a year. So like that was really cool. And then as far as like tournament viable versions of the game, I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna stick to 3.6.
Hopefully.
Vanilla.
At least hopefully.
The only way I think it could change, even if somebody decided to do bug changes, even if somebody decided to patch in the new skins and things like that, the only way people are gonna be okay with it is if the dev team was just like, you know what, go ahead. Then I feel like everybody like TOs and David Lee and people like that would be like, okay. Because the only reason people are saying they want to use Vanilla 3.6 is because that's what the dev team wants.
That's what
Yeah, they don't want anybody to carry on.
I read this little thing, and it's really interesting. And it was, it's not like my opinion or anything, but it was just like how, it's funny how the reason they're stopping is because Nintendo doesn't want them messing with the game that they made. They don't want them modifying it. Mm-hmm. They're like, this is the way it was intended to be played. This is the way it should be played. And then PM was like, let's make our own game. Let's make this the game we wanted. Let's make this a better game so that we can all enjoy it.
Right.
And everyone was like, yeah!
Mm-hmm.
So then PM was like, oh, I'm sorry, guys. We're not going to do anything anymore. And then they had, like, their goodbyes. They had their thing. And at the very end, they're like, okay, by the way, don't modify this. Just let it be this. Don't change it. This is the way we wanted it. This is the way it's intended.
Even though technically people have been modifying PM for years.
Yeah. And then there's like other people. Now there's like a new group of people that were like, no, let's change it. Let's make it better. Let's make this the game we want to play.
Did you read the response, though?
I've read a lot, yeah.
Like
people
about how they
like
said that they're not going to do it anymore?
Yeah. They like quit. They like got up because they got
because somebody
serious
told
backlash.
them. Somebody told
They got
like
some serious backlash too from the community.
From what I heard, from what I heard regarding why the dev team quit was
the new one or the old one?
The old one.
Okay.
Was because one of them had the idea of before releasing all these new characters and content and stuff that they should get in contact with a lawyer on their own terms. So nobody got in touch with them. And then once they hashed out all of the details, told the lawyer what it was they were doing, the lawyer, based on his experience, told them that what it was they were doing, even if it's not guaranteed that someone will get on their case, they could be liable for millions of dollars in lawsuits. Millions. Whether it be from third party or Nintendo or what, but it's not like anybody actually contacted them and said anything. but the risk was real, and it definitely didn't outweigh
You know, yeah.
whatever.
The reward.
Yeah, exactly. Risk over reward. So rather than take that risk, and all of them being like our age, you know, like nobody's, I don't think was over like the age of 28 or 30. Nobody could afford to tackle something like that. And even if like it did happen, they would either go to jail or they would be in debt for like almost the rest of their life. And considering PM is something that they loved and was passionate about, and they did for free, for it to do a 180 and then end up costing them millions of dollars.
Yeah.
I was raging pretty bad about the whole thing, but then when I heard that, it made a little bit more sense, and I was like, okay, I mean, what are you gonna do, you know? Yeah. So I don't know if it was gonna be Nintendo or Sega or whatever it was, because they were gonna be adding Knuckles.
It's funny because there's a Sonic Twitter account, like an official like whatever Sonic Twitter account, and it's official, and it's like one guy running it, and it's like just full of memes. It's like a really awkward, weird account, but
All those
it's
weird
Sonic the
memes.
Hedgehog with the little blue checkmark thing. That's that Twitter hands out to like the
Yeah.
legit people, and they're like, "How would you feel about like?" It was a picture they posted. It was like Project M and Knuckles, and they posted it, and then Sonic was like, "You know what you have to do." That's what they tweeted.
Really?
Yeah.
Implying
I can-
that that
we
this
can-
can't be put out?
We can like link that. I think I'll try to make sure that we link that to here later. But yeah, it was just a funny little tidbit.
Interesting. But the weird thing is, like, you would think it would be okay if they added the characters they did, with the exception of maybe Isaac. But it's like Knuckles was in Sonic.
Yep.
Sonic is in Brawl. Lyn is Fire Emblem.
Fire
Ike,
Emblem,
Roy,
yeah.
Marth are all in Smash. And so
Yeah.
it's like, what would have been the repercussions of that, including additional skins, when it's like they've been adding skins
Yeah.
forever. So I understand, like, if the risk was real and it came from a lawyer, then I wouldn't
don't-
even question it. But it's just like, as someone in the community, it makes you question, like, well, what would have been the issue? Obviously, there would have been an issue.
Especially when they're
but
not
why?
making any profit off of it. Like if they were selling the mod, then I would understand like how
Oh,
that
it
could make
would have been a
big-
problem
yeah,
from
that
the
would have
very
been
beginning.
like boom, like hammer.
We wouldn't be where we are today.
So they're not. I don't know about the whole thing.
Yeah. Nobody does. So we just have to accept it and move on. And then hopefully down the road, maybe some of the PM dev team will like do a further investigation, and
Yeah.
maybe things will change eventually. But for now, it is what it is. I think a lot of people are satisfied with the build, except for certain characters that have like bugs. Like apparently I didn't know this, but Link, his grab,
Yeah, the very end of it or something.
yeah, it doesn't connect if you try to grab somebody.
I saw that.
So it's like the very end, and it's like
So that's pretty unfortunate, though, because
Yeah.
then it's like those players are kind of left high and dry. But those are just things you have to work around.
yeah. I mean,
Did he
there's
count
awkward
5 ever?
Yeah, there's awkward things like that in like in Melee though, and that people have gotten like through that too, like invisible ceiling glitch and stuff. That caused us to take hundreds of dollars. Mm-hmm. I mean, we keep
Oh, that was
playing. People
ridiculous.
kept playing that. Like they just kept going.
The difference is, though, it's almost like PM players are a bit of like snobs, because
They're used to
Melee
it,
doesn't
yeah.
has never had patches. Like they've had what they've had since day one, unless you include like PAL and things
Yeah.
like that.
And Melee's just been getting. I mean, PM has been like
Yeah.
getting that update, getting that like polish.
Constantly,
Yeah.
for the most part. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Oh, yeah. No,
I'm just glad I finally picked a good character. Top 5. I definitely think in PM right now, top 5 is, in no specific order, Diddy Kong, Fox, Rob, Wario, and Game & Watch.
Wario.
Yeah,
Wario's so good.
Wario is really good. I wouldn't say he's broken. I used to think that way, but it's just the way Sosa has been able to like
Use his
latch
strengths,
on,
yeah.
to his character and like really figure it out. So he's just really good at taking advantage of the good things he has, and
Not giving in.
there's not much
and-
error. And with a character like Wario, whereas Fox and Falco, there's like a lot less room for error. Wario, it's like you can make a couple input errors, and it's like you're not going to get that
Yeah.
badly punished.
He reminds me of Sheik. He feels like a Sheik character, where it's just like a lot of tech chases, a lot of like he has like his little bread and butter like forward tilt flare kind of things. It's like bite to waft.
Yeah.
And like little things like that, where it's like you don't have to be like destroying your controller. Hey guys, can you like hold off on the money match for a little? Where, like you don't have to like be focusing crazy like here. It's more like boop, and then like
Yeah, yeah. A lot less buttons inputs per second, and a lot harder to edge guard
yeah.
compared to Sheik.
Yeah, that's something like, yeah.
Yeah, dude, Etho has been rising through the ranks, man.
Oh wait, quick question. Just because I know it would help a lot of people out. Finding a Squirtle, what should you be doing? Because
First of all, if Squirtle side Bs against you as an approach, a good Squirtle is only going to side B at close quarters because if you side B from a distance, all the defending player has to do is jump over it. Because Squirtle can't jump out of it, you can only cancel it. But there's a lot of end lag when you pop out of the shell, so all you have to do is jump over Squirtle and then wait, and then grab, or whatever punish you want to do. So that's how you deal with side B. It's really easy to get around once you figure it out. Squirtle's going to be doing a lot of shell shifting stuff, so like there's dash dancing and then there's shell shift. It's like most characters, if you go into full run, you go into full run and then you turn around. Whereas most characters, if you run, you do like the slow turn.
Yeah, like,
Squirtle's turns and it has a hitbox. But more than using it as a hitbox, I like to do the shell shift, and then if you jump out of it a certain amount of time, there's an extra boost of momentum. So that's how Squirtles will come in with like a Nair that has
a slingshot.
Yeah, exactly, a slingshot, and like moves like Nair have a lingering hitbox, have it's like a semi-spike, and it has armor. So it's like you can just come in and out of neutral by doing stuff like that. Neutral B, which is water gun, has a win box and high priority, close range and long range. So like you don't really want to challenge it if you think they're gonna do it. The best thing you can do if you see Squirtle like charging up or about to shoot water gun is roll around him. Just like roll behind him and then like punish with a grab or dash attack or whatever your character can do. Down tilt is really good. Down air is pretty good for comboing unless you smash DI. You can smash DI to it really well, and then the last hit won't pop you up for other follow-ups. Down throw is a kill throw, so it's like just don't get grabbed over 100% because it will kill majority of the time. Down smash is really good at just trapping people in. If a Squirtle down smashes, tech away. Because if you tech in place, they can just keep abusing it over and over, and there's hardly any cooldown. So if a Squirtle down smashes against your shield, pretty sure he can spot dodge or jab before you can grab out of shield. Yeah. And other than that, it's just think of Squirtle as
edge guarding water, whatever. Space, right?
No. He's just one of those characters you really can't edge guard unless you get him off stage. He's recovering at like mid-high level of the stage with no jumps. Then you can maybe edge guard his upbeat if you're refreshing your invincibility.
Yeah,
so
that's
like,
something that I thought.
You need to be doing that like right when he goes, like kind of like how Fox and Falcon have that moment before they upbeat. Right when you do that, you need to get back on the ledge, and then once he gets to you and your invincibility is over, you just need to roll, and then. But that's if he can't overshoot it and land. Like you have to be able to catch him on his sweet spot. But other than that, it's like Squirtle has reverse water gun, which if you're recovering high can shoot you all the way back across the stage. Kind of like Mewtwo's fully charged Shadow Ball. You can side B back to the stage. You can use your second jump and side B like as you're rising, and it gives you like a really good horizontal and vertical boost. It's like jump side B and it carries you back, and then up B you can recover really like low, kind of like Game & Watch, and like it's like unexpected. But edge guarding is just one of those things you kind of have to assume you're not going to be able to do. Like most of the time, you're just going to have to outright kill Squirtle.
Okay.
So yeah, for the most part, that's just it. And then consider his what's it called? Like friction physics, like Luigi. Like if you like smash Squirtle and like they crouch cancel or tech it, he's gonna slide as soon as the tech animation is done. Or it's like he's gonna slide off stage. So just keep that kind of thing in mind.
Cool.
But yeah, Squirtle's really hard to play against.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, well, any like last little thing you wanted to say?
Just keep playing, guys, and come to Quest for Salt. Work on your neutral and your punish, and then if your opponent like if your opponent, what's the word I'm looking for? Escapes from your thing, don't like go for a move to get it back going. Like wait and watch what he's gonna do. Like if they tech, don't
Reset
instantly go for a grab. Just like dash in with no intentions of attacking, because then a lot of times someone will just spot dodge. It's like because they're already under pressure and they're not wanting to get hit, they're gonna do whatever they can to avoid getting hit. It's only like the really good players where like you're getting them in combos and then they finally escape, that they will fight back in that moment. A lot of low to mid-level players on the climb will try to avoid things after they've already escaped it. You know what I mean? So like let's say you're comboing, and then like they smash the eye out and they tech away, and you're dashing in. They're gonna try to shield, they're gonna try to roll, they're gonna try to jump to avoid rather than countering your approach. So just wait for that, bait out that reaction, and then go for it instead of like trying to extend and keep it going. Like unless they fight back, you technically still are keeping it going because they're still in the defense. You know what I mean, Alex?
Yeah.
Mind blown? Perspective change? What? Richard, you're making him nervous.